in your head, you know that there's something wrong with your family. Your family's, it's not your family anymore. You know, you keep going for the kids. I know he's at peace, and I know he did what he did to give us peace, because he couldn't give us that peace while he was alive.
So he was always the kid that wanted to be above. He was the one kid that could show lots of love, until one day everything just stopped. His mum was diagnosed with cancer and his heart just dropped. He wanted to make the most of his life living with his mum, but this boy I'm talking about was still only young, getting pushed around the school almost every day. But he left it behind and just walked away, until one day he just wanted to say, stop everyone, because I am in lots of pain. But the boys kept going, so we pulled a razor blade right to his vein, just to take away the pain and the thoughts in his brain that were making him insane. He didn't know if this was life a dream or a game, but he didn't care and had no one to blame. So we just sat there and pulled out his razor blade. All he wanted to do was end his life. He was sick and tired, cause he already tried. He cut his wrist, but he had to survive. But every day he wanted to commit suicide, but he thought to himself it would make things worse. His mum was in hospital in a room with a nurse, and he knew if he did it, it would make them disperse. So he's waiting for the time, but from then he was hurt. His dad was always home and he didn't have a job. His dad was always drunk and his dad was just a snob. He said to his dad, you were such a bum. He said, why son? He replied, go and visit mum. But he sat on his bum and just kept drinking. The boy went to his room and started thinking, what am I going to do? I just want to die. He put his face on the pillow and started to cry. He went to the corner to buy some ice. The next day he went to the shops and bought a pipe. He waxed school and then he started to smoke it. His dad caught him and said, you have to be joking. He said back, well, my life is fucked. His dad walked away and said, suck it up. Then he pulled out his blade and began to cut. After 4 cuts, there was so much blood, he got a rope and tried to cut his circulation. He was trying his hardest cause he was so aggravated. After 10 minutes he was dead on the floor. His dad walked up the stairs and he opened up the door. His son was laying down. He said, what have I done? He picked up a note and said, I love you mum. His dad stood there with tears running down his face. His dad said to himself, I am such a disgrace. He got his son and then he jumped into a car. He couldn't stop crying and looking at his scars. He was driving so fast and it started to rain. His dad was so drunk that he turned down a lane to get to the hospital as quick as they could. Then he crashed into a truck that was carrying wood. The wood collapsed and then it fell onto the car. Then they crashed into a tree as the truck driver laughed. The ambulance arrived, it looks like a murder scene. 2 hurt guys in the front seat is what they see. They get them out of the car and put them on the bed. They said this man is hurt, but this boy is dead. They took him to the same hospital as the mum. She saw him on the stretch bed and said, is that my son? She walked out the room and said, what is going on? The nurse said, excuse me for my words, but sorry for your loss. That's it. Lucky Bay.